We're live. Really glad to have you here. We, in the last video that I remember, we were playing the third week of the preseason. We got to playing Gabbert, and he threw another stupid interception. I just got tired of it. I said, okay, you know what? We need to cut from 54 to 53. You're gone, Gabbert. We couldn't trade anyone. He had like 4 or 5 interceptions. I think he had 4 going into the game. That was a 5th one, and I was like, I'm done with this. I think I've seen enough from my team. I think I saw enough giving Gabbert a chance. We're just taking the cap hit, and the goal is to get into the regular season. So I simulated through that. I went into progressed players. I manually progressed players at the end of the preseason. We have a media question.
You guys have a new head coach who brings with him a new character, a new atmosphere to the locker room. But you guys were very bad last year, I gotta say. With week 1 coming up, what gives you confidence that he is the man that can turn this team around?
I don't know. Could we hear Peter? Could you hear Peter? Like the video pickup on my screen wasn't like picking up his conversation. I'll check the audio in just a little bit, but it said we want to bring in a coach who's a true tactician, and that's what we got. So we don't feel confident. Our team would come out flat far out too often. I'm not going to throw out the other coach under the bus. We needed to make wholesale changes, so we brought in a coach that finds talent, makes it work together. Yeah, no, okay. It's still like who's a true tactician is throwing the other coach under the bus. They're all throwing the other coach under the bus, but yeah, sure, why not? Win with a strategist. I don't know. Is he a strategist? I don't know. Should I know or should I care? I guess. I don't know. Importing the draft class. We're not messing with that. Okay. They have injury updates and all of that. They have a Twitter feed back before it was called X. Okay. And we got a season game. So one of the fun things that is here to check, they do not have a default game plan. That's something that was nice about Madden 08, is that they actually had like a game plan feature. But it doesn't stop you from doing it yourself. Here's one of the things to take a look at is the release. Dwayne Bowe has 98 release, and Braylon Edwards has 83 release, but everyone else can be pressed, but they have no injury at the wide receiver position or anything. So don't ever try to press Dwayne Bowe. He's going to cook you. Okay? They've got the route running skill in their features. And then we can look how good is their defensive line at block shedding. Well, they've got Tyson Jackson, who's a 90. They have a backup, Mike DeVito, who I believe was a Jet. But their starter, or at least their higher rated player, may or may not be their starter, doesn't have a lot of block shedding. Defensive tackles, block shedding's over here. They have Dontari Poe, who I believe they're running a 3-4 defense, has a 92. So they've got basically a 90 and a 92. So they have a lot of block shedding up front from the 2 of the 3 starting defensive linemen. And if they wanted to start here with Mike DeVito, they would be, again, block shedding's here 93. So they would just be an elite 3-down line if they especially want to start Mike DeVito, which I would probably want to do. Linebacker situation, Justin Houston is a fantastic pass rusher, and you can see where would the other ratings be? There's production and all that. There's hit power, like he hits people really hard. He was very, very good at his best. 93 block shedding off the edge, 97 power moves. Like Justin Houston was elite. Other outside linebacker position, 97 power moves. Tamba Hali was also an elite pass rusher, 86 run blocking. Like, do not expect to run very well, especially with also here Derek Johnson from Texas. He's in our NCAA games, right? And while he doesn't have them, like, he's got 82 block shedding, so he even block shed like people that get up to him. But yeah, their front 7 is really, really talented. Okay, they're not always like sack masters, though. Technically, really, Tamba Hali and Justin Houston are sack masters. And then they basically have the down three that are all block shedders. Now, Tyson Jackson is out, so that's a thing. They may, however, have DeVito playing backup for him. So it's going to be really difficult to run block on them. And then in terms of the passing game, we're going to go to Kansas City. We're going to look at their coverage. So again, you're a coach and you're scouting your opposition. And what are they good at? Are they good at pressing us? That sort of thing. They have 2 players that are 80 plus in press. So we've got to double check our receivers in release. Jaguars. That's us. And our release rating. Justin Blackman is not as good as Dwayne Bowe, but he's up there with the 92 release. But our other guys, Cecil Shorts and other players could potentially get pressed. And then our route running, however, while Cecil Shorts doesn't have the high release, he's got elite route running skills. So we've got 92 and 80 in route running and a 75 route running from Ace Sanders. So going back to Kansas City, how are they in man coverage? Do we have opportunities? Do we have matchups that we like in man coverage? 92 man coverage versus Cecil Shorts could be an interesting game out there. Elite man coverage versus elite route runner. If we can get him up against Sean Smith, we might have a little bit better key. But they've got man coverage all the way into the 80s up and down the board. So, you know, on paper, we're not going to get open very well against man. We can get pressed potentially, especially like even here. He can match up if he wants. He can man up against Cecil Shorts and he can press Blackman. No, sorry. Press was over here. Yeah, no, Sean Smith can press Blackman. So, if they're trying to press our guy that can beat the press, and they're going to lock up man coverage here, like they have some real potential here, depending on the matchups that they give us. And their secondary, like on paper, we might get smoked. So that's the thing. We might just not have any offense whatsoever. So let's check it out. Let's hit accept. Let's go to advanced settings, edit uniforms. Again, still not a fan of this uniform style. They have the alternate whites. Now it's a home game, so oftentimes they would wear white to start the season in the heat. There's all black. There's the away. There's the home. The 2012 all whites. 2012 all blacks. 2012 homes. So I actually want to take a look at. I want to see in real life 2013 Jags KC. Just going to type that in and see what we get. And as far as viewers and comments, we have nothing yet, which is fine. It's understandable. And real life score 28-2. Apparently the Jags only got a safety because that's the only way you can get 2 points. So they got just a shutout as we expected. And they decided to wear the all whites in that game and force Kansas City to wear colors in Jacksonville in the sun. So that was definitely a real life thing. So why don't we do exactly that? And they were wearing the Nike away. That's the all teal. They were wearing this kind of uniform. Just not a fan of that helmet. So what if we keep the current uniform that we're supposed to be wearing, and we wear the helmet that I don't hate? I can't say I hate the helmet, but there's a reason why it's gone. You gave it a shot. You tried it.
opening week is a special occasion, and you can bet both sides will treat it as such in this matchup between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Jacksonville Jaguars here at Everbank Field.
Hello, friends. Jim Nance along with Phil Simms. And Phil, it's the start of a whole new season. There's a sense of renewal in the air and all kinds of hope. And how do you feel about getting this season underway?
Well, Jim, there's a lot of things in the air, and one of them is nerves. I think we have nervous coaches and nervous players. Starting the year off, all the thinking during the offseason, the training camp, the preseason games, how's it going to come together for us? We'll find out, but it's going to be fun to watch it today.
All right, well, Andy Reid taking over for Kansas City for the first year. We know how that played out in real life.
Thanks, Jim. It's great to be here for what should be another memorable season. As for today's game, it's all about the nerves. Speaking with veterans and rookies alike, they all talked about being amped up for today's game. They know one game doesn't make a season, but guys, they want to start the season off right. And really, what that means is walking out of here 1-0 today. Bottom line, guys, this should be a good way to open the season. Back to you.
Thanks, Danielle, and now we'll go to the field. The Chiefs are anxious to return the kickoff. The former overall #1 pick of the draft by way of Utah, quarterback Alex Smith.
4 wide receivers. Two-man. Pinch the line.
And Edwards is a receiver in the slot.
Number 28-2 real life score.
The season is
We've got Jamal
underway.
Charles.
That picks up 7. Dwayne Bowe has a new contract in Kansas City, and he's got a new quarterback as well.
That'll sure put your mind at ease once you get paid. Dwayne Bowe is a big wide receiver, and he fits perfectly with the West Coast offense that Andy Reid is bringing to Kansas City.
Alex Smith will take it right from the center.
Travis Kelce is like, I believe, a backup rookie tight end in this game.
Scanning the field, and he's taken down. And here's a look.
Yeah, Kelce is a 73 overall rookie tight end on this roster. Just for comparison.
Defensive unit that'll be looking to halt this offense today.
So for some reason, the chat shows up, but not in OBS where it's supposed to be connected. So I'll be reading from the chat in just a moment. I see you, Jason. Even if you're still here or not. But it wasn't showing up before.
The Chiefs come to the line.
I don't care what era it is to beat the Chiefs, I'm begging you. As a Niner fan, I need to lose a game, real video game. Yeah, no, I get it. Meanwhile, we're probably going to get crushed, which is kind of the point of this game. I'm just going to be honest with you here, Jason.
Good job by the receiver.
Like, we picked a bad team, and the point is to build them up and be a good team. The point is not to beat Kansas City today, but to beat Kansas City in the future. Like, if we beat Kansas City in this game, that's going to be like, yeah, it's going to be cathartic, but also, why should we? We see the ratings matchup. We see the team that they have built and the team we have built. Like, we have no business winning this football game. In terms of realism stats, like the goal of this entire franchise is we shouldn't beat them and we shouldn't want to beat them. We need to earn it with the roster. Right? Well, no, I get it, Jason. He says it kind of figured, yeah. Yeah, it's like, as we scout players, sign free agents, develop players, that kind of thing. That's the grind, right? You want the payoff. Remember, didn't they play in real life in a playoff game? I know the Jags. No, the Jags played the Steelers and the Patriots.
He didn't look it in. Look the football in. If the gloves these receivers wear, the rules that you can't touch them, there's no excuse for dropping the football.
But hey, if we can get it like this play we just had, we're not going to break down every single replay here. But we just clogged the middle of the gaps, and he's got nowhere to go. Right, they don't have great route runners. They have great release, but they don't have great route runners. Right, Bo is fine. That's it. And then we just come up and we knock the ball out, or we make tackles with Plovslovsny. If we can do that, we could potentially win the game. But our offense is going to struggle so much. They struggled in real life. Right, 2 points. It was just a defensive safety, whatever. Right. They couldn't score it all on offense. So if we score it all, even a field goal, we'll do better than the real-life Jags. Like that. Alex Captain checkdown can't throw to a wide receiver. That's why they got this kid from Texas Tech, right? Jason says, hey, I wonder if Tony Khan shows up on the sidelines in any of these Maddens between like no idea. If he did in the other games, maybe he'll have the neck brace on like the video that they shared not too long ago on the NFL YouTube channel. Okay, Chad Hennington. Let's go angle smash. Let's go shotgun. Get in your huddle so you can call the play the coach called. Go and gun. They're too high.
They come to the line of scrimmage. First down.
So you know to kill. An inside run. Take the snap and just run it up the middle. Second and short is play action down.
The Jags a dangerous presence on the outside is Justin Blackman.
Does he ever, and do they need it? Because this Jacksonville offense really struggles to move the football.
Ooh, the game plan is calling for some interesting stuff here. Let's go gun, play action, wide receiver in.
This starting lineup is brought to you by Snickers.
Now, part of the reason that play action works is because you're actually willing to legitimately run it, which we are.
Second and 1. There's a go ground here.
Hey, we barely got that one as we didn't get the block off the edge, but we moved the chains. And I don't remember Kansas City doing that. All right, we're going to go. I don't want to go with mid-attack or all that because I tend to throw interceptions a lot with this game. Let's go China Special. 2 receivers to the field. 2 high safeties. And they only have 3 guys to the right of center while we've got a tight end and a fullback leading. So they have the talent, but we just have the numbers. Jason says here, I admire the attention to detail. I appreciate that. I'm going to read the rest of the comment in a moment. We're going to look at play action slot corner. It is second and short, second and inches. Another play action down. They're respecting with too high. We're going to go read option, but we're just going to automatically hand the ball off. We're not asking Chinny. We're not asking Chad Henne. I like Chinny. That's another good nickname here. To legitimately run the football. We're just saying, wow, he's going to take out his ACL doing that.
The NFL is about
we're just handing it off inside.
A good job by the runner knowing where the first down was.
Move the chains again in the rain. It says you and Kurt Benkert, hey, I don't belong in the same sentence as him, but I appreciate it. Have shown me that there is a way to play these games very close to NFL teams do. That is really the main reason I even started this channel. Not like started my channel like signed up for YouTube, but started the channel as in like making these videos instead of just like lurking. That's 100% the reason. So it feels good to hear that, Jason. I really appreciate hearing things like that from the viewers. You see, we've got a bear front here. We're going to talk about what a bear front is in just a moment, but we're going to go with halfback slam. And now they're going to really clog up the gaps, which I got to appreciate. We're going to call timeout here. We don't like our looks. And a bear front is basically where the nose tackle is over the center, but also the defensive ends are over the guards. I can't show that in an instant replay because we didn't actually snap the ball. We're burning an early timeout, which you can actually afford to do. Okay, so you see here 70 and 77 for Kansas City are over the guards. Now, also the nose tackle over 63, the center. That's like what 3 down linemen will do. It's often called a bear front. It has other names I can't remember right now. But I saw that, and then they also creeped up in the box. So now they're game planning against us. Or at least a little bit. They're actually respecting what we're doing on offense here. So I have the boundary to my left, so I don't want wide receivers over there. But, ooh, I like this idea. Let's go here, game options. No, I wonder if, because I like the shotgun idea. By formation, gun, normal, backup, halfback, sub, wide receiver slot, whatever, halfback slot, halfback, wide out, fullback, tight end slot, tight end, wide out, tight end, sub, normal. No, we don't have it. So what we're going to do, what I wanted to do here is I'm going to ask Nard Robinson to play that slot position. And the reason we're going to do that is we're going to use jet sweep and other plays with him. So we're not always going to have the third wide receiver there because we do want times with Sanders out there. But we want the threat of Robinson to do something. And he's getting caught from behind. That was happening in the preseason too. Not always, but it can be a deadly play. It wasn't a deadly play here. We don't need to break down every single play, but this is definitely one that we want in our back pocket from time to time. And it works out. Yeah, we just don't get a pickup, and he's just allowed and ready. If you say he's a film study guy, he doesn't respect going across the formation. I think it's going to work better maybe when they're in more of man cover, or sorry, zone coverage instead of man, because otherwise he's just eyes on the whole way as opposed to backing up and dropping into zone. You can see that we get some good blocks here. 89 Mercedes Lewis is a very talented blocker here, and it's also got a really good animation getting the outside leverage. And if he's not attacking us straight up, we actually have a corner to turn. But it didn't work out for us.
That's right, he sure is, Jim. He went to
All right, I see more comments, and I'm going to check on them in a moment. We're going to go back to my game plan, but my normal game plan definitely did look for those choices. They're not going to fall for play action right now. Flank or dig. All right, as they break out, it says, when a team is playing single high safety, does that mean it's easier to pass on
Blackman's a receiver in the slot.
I mean, if there's single high safety, like here's 2 in the box. We're going to snap it here. I'll explain them a little bit too. Chad Hennington. Chinny. Oh, he slips and falls. Isn't that so nice? Like people like give a lot of credit to the 2K games for them doing stuff like that, but they never want to give credit for Madden doing the same thing. Yes, I know 2K is a better looking video game, but can we just give credit whenever like it deserves it? So to Jason's question here, basically too high is they don't have enough in the box. I don't want to bore like all the viewers out here, but you see they have the 3 down linemen, right? 70, 92, and 77, and the 4 linebackers, right? Hence the name 3-4. That's 7, right? 3 and 4 is 7. I can do basic maths, right? There's 7 in the box. We've got our 5 offensive linemen. We've got a tight end and a fullback. We've got 7 blockers, right? The quarterback's not blocking. The running back can't block for himself unless you're Derrick Henry and use your stiff arm, right? So mathematically, with my 5, my tight end, and my fullback, I should be able to get a helmet on everybody, and there's no one left to tackle me. So it leaves me and the safety. And if it's the running back and the safety, they often said, regular running backs can just carry the football, but great running backs can make one player miss or something like that. Like your job as a running back in the NFL is to at least make one player miss. It's the rest of our job is to block the other 10 guys. If you make one guy miss and we can block the other 10 or whatever, we're doing really well. So just it has a lot to do with the fact that they're high means we have an opportunity to run the football. And if they're high, it's also harder to pass. Did you see the stupid thing by Mel Kiper talking about wanting to ban 2 high safeties and all that to open up the passing game and everything? Well, I mean, that's what he's talking about. So we're already at a disadvantage. when it comes to passing the football too high. We're single high. I don't want to get on too much of a tangent. We're getting on a little one. And I've covered it, I think, in other videos, is if he's single high, unless you're Earl Thomas or Ed Reed or something, you usually are not expected or able to cover both this sideline and the other sideline at the same time. So oftentimes you'll see the single high, but like shaded to a hash mark or shaded to the other hash mark, and then they really just roll to a half, or they roll to a shade to a side or whatever, and then there's like usually like a double coverage, like a bracket coverage on the other side or vice versa. So single high doesn't necessarily mean you can't throw it, or like you're weak against the throw. But there's a lot more details that I could get into and talk about for an hour, but I'll get distracted. I hope that answers some of the ideas. It's 3rd and 7. We need to convert. We're not going to call play action. I like to save the post plays for a little bit later. We might do Saints unders, and the point is we're definitely attacking like 3 different layers of the seams, as you can see down the field. But Blackman here is a check down, and we also have Carter as a potential receiving threat. And we don't have to complete the pass beyond the sticks if we can complete it in space and just get something done. But remember, it's the computer throwing it, not me. I just press the A button and let Henney do his thing. And even if we fail on 4th down, which we didn't here, but if we faced a 4th down, we might have gone for it. But also Bill Walsh said, at least complete the pass, make the offense feel like they can, and I'm paraphrasing, he said it a lot better than me, but make sure the offense at least feels that they can execute a play and give your team a chance, and they can feel more confident. But an incompletion is like the worst thing to do on those 3rd and longer situations here. So we're going to call quick slants. We're going to go back to that kind of Bill Walsh system here. Yeah, thank you too, Jason. I really appreciate the questions. So they're too high here. We're going to run weak. This is like a staple. One of my earliest videos I want to say on my channel, I don't know if I kept it, is talking about how this is possibly one of my favorite plays in all of football. And they just stopped us. And you say, well, Paul, why is your favorite run a -3-yard run? There's a lot of detail here, but it's the fact that right of center, they're stacking 4. So right of center, we've got the guard, the tackle, the tight end, and the fullback potentially. So we've got our 4 versus their 4, hat on a hat. We can like get some runs or whatever. Essentially, we're asking a lot of times the wide receiver to run. We say like run him up his heels or whatever, and then go block the safety, and then ask our running back, ask a Derrick Henry to go off the edge and attack a corner and break a tackle and take it to the sidelines and just go. We're expecting them to protect against the edge. And so something that a defender like here, Houston will do, and real life linebackers will do, you'll see his inside foot. His inside foot here is supposed to be aligned with the outside foot of the tight end, which it is. And that has to do with like leveraging. And so his job as a defender generally is to just stay outside of the tight end and then do not allow the running back to break it to the edge. He's supposed to like potentially take his right hand, put it in the chest of that tight end, and not necessarily get penetration up the field, though that's nice, is just stay wide. That's the same reason why 77 here has his alignment outside the foot of the tackle, so he can also, if the tight end is working to the outside and the tackle is working to the outside, and then we're working like straight up on this guard here. So we have outside leverage as a defense, and that keeps our linebacker clean. Those 3 linemen can't touch our linebacker. And are you really asking this center to come all the way across the formation to get 56? That's not happening. Right? So the fullback also, the fullback is trailing the middle linebacker, right? The middle linebacker has a leverage advantage on any outside run, that he can still run it down to the edge. But also because you've got 3 helmets on these 3 linemen, he can pick a gap to hit. Mike Singletary told Ray Lewis, like, when the fullback is in the hole, you go attack that fullback at the line of scrimmage. I have a video of that, if you want to be great, of Ray Lewis, and I have that clip on my channel. I think it's literally called If You Want to Be Great. Like, go check it out. But I put that together. And that's what you're trying to do. You're just trying to clog the gaps and give the runner nowhere to go, because now you also have another linebacker here. This is the one that the center can actually get to. The center's not really trying to climb to Derek Johnson, but he's trying to cut off Jordan. But if you also have a nose tackle here that can attack the gap, that can potentially keep the center occupied long enough to keep this linebacker free, then 55 can flow across. With 56 and 55 being able to flow this way, people sealing the edges, you can play like really good run defense here on the inside. Okay? I know I'm going on this like really long rant here, but it's essential to the game plan that I have and what's going on in this play and why we lost 3 yards. So on the flip side, just what I talked about leverage, is the same thing happening here with Tamba Halil. But we're looking at 2 down. While he doesn't have his hand in the dirt, it's 2 like on the line of scrimmage and 1 off. We basically have 3 guys. And with our 2 offensive linemen, potentially a third with the center if we're trying to double team the nose here, and the fullback, we should be able, especially with a double team by the center, get, and that's kind of what he avoids. We didn't get the full double team here. We're getting hat on hat. And then here, if we can potentially get this block, you see here, it's not a full double team, but it's like that pass off little block, and then get up to Derek Johnson. We're still getting hats on hats, and then we're getting like a clear out block and like a lead right up the middle. Like, we're getting a lot of leverage that we want. We're just not winning our blocks, right? Like, the 2 Kansas City defenders are just playing better football than our offensive linemen are at taking care of things. But strategically, and this is also part of the point of this entire franchise, we are putting the right tactics on the field to get a free runner running up this gut. Like, we get a good block here, we've got a lane right up the middle of the field, right towards the end zone, and potentially a stiff arm on a safety from a touchdown. But we need the talent. We need the offensive lineman with the good enough skill to match them here and do something. So it's like a really long explanation. I don't even know how many viewers we have right now. But that is a fundamental play that's going to measure our success in team building, is how well we can successfully operate a play like that. We're going to go with shark halfback wheel. That's like very detailed. I hope it didn't bore anyone. But that is fundamental to our success as an organization and as an offense. Point out the blocks, take the snap, let the computer handle everything. What does he do? He has the check down, gets hit. Obviously, as a user, I would have thrown over the middle. Against the zone coverage, I would have let them break over the middle. I would have just like flicked it out right here to Denard Robinson, who's also, again, like a running back. So you get the ball in your Deebo Samuel kind of guy. Because let's be honest, Deebo Samuel is like a running back. He's just a glorified running back. I'm sorry, but you get the hand of Denard Robinson, who's, no, I'm not saying he's the same body type as Deebo, but really it's like get the ball in the hands of your Deebo in space and go upfield. So that's what I would do. But I'm playing coach mode to suffer the consequences of having a bad quarterback. And now we've got another 3rd down situation here, and I'm thinking about slip screening or something. Just to get some yards. So let me know, Jason, did you sit through that rant? Was it interesting? Did you learn something new there? Here we go. Take it, flick it, get it out there. And as I said before, we got some yards. We didn't get enough to move the chains. We need 6. We're on the 44. If we punt it, do we go for it and try to get the 6 yards? Or do we just try to punt it like 20 yards? I mean, obviously, I know we can try to coffin corner it, but do we go for that punt or do we go for the opportunity to make something happen on offense? I don't really trust in our quarterback, but I like Saints halfback angle. And see, here we have Sanders coming out. Like, we're not using Denard Robinson. They're single high. And he hung on to it. That's why we aggressively go for it. We're in the part of the field where analytics says you should try. That even if you fail, they say that your success at preventing points with the ball on the 20 for a touchback or the ball on the 40 are negligible. Like, they have a slight percentage increase chance of scoring, but your chance of scoring when you convert that play is significantly higher than the risk you take at going for it and failing. So we're going to go back to quick slants, which we tried to call earlier, but we didn't actually snap it. They're not in a bare front now. You see how they're split out and everything. And they're also in too high. And we are going to go to slam. And they do shift it over, but they're still staying in the 7-man front. And again, we don't have the run blocking talent, but we pick up 2 yards.
Nice job that time by the defense. They were ready for the run. Nowhere for the running back
Yeah,
to go.
Jason, I
And
just
they
read
stopped
your
it for a short
recommendation, and I totally think that's a great idea that I hadn't ever considered. And you're absolutely right. That would probably make everything better for me. That's a very, very good, insightful idea. And I'll probably do my best to try to remember that. Let's just pass it here. See what we got. A was wide open multiple times. If I was using it, I would have thrown to A right down the seam to the tight end who was releasing free. But this is what we have with Chad Henne. He gets the drop back, we're ready to throw. He's looking, he's confused, and he gets sacked.
Gets a sack without any blitzing.
Another 3rd and long situation. We've already gone screen, so we can't go back to the same well. Pat's double in the gun. Again, the core idea here is we're attacking the field at different depths, but we're also willing to just catch it underneath if possible.
3rd and a long way to go.
Wow, he just threw it kind of between the two receivers.
I got the answer right here. You punt it.
Well,
Play field
4th and
position,
14, you don't
make
go
the other
for
offense drive
it.
the length
Right.
of the field to score.
Like 4th and short, 4th and 4, 4th and 3, whatever, you have a chance to convert it, but we do not here. So I don't want to punt it too high in the air. I need to practice this more. But I tried to angle it up high. Oh, what did you do, bro? 24 just like went like he was going to cover and then like decided to start blocking even though he's on the coverage team? Blackman, what are you doing? Get downfield and field this punt. What are you doing? Like, you're going to block for the return team? Welcome to Madden, the video game. Like, I guess the ball, like, technically, does it maybe hit there with a heel? Like, you could literally jump and save this or put your heels on the back line and swat this and get it down on the 5 or something. The punter had something for you, and you let him down, bro. And then Jason mentions doing practice defense and all that. I've done that kind of stuff before. That's kind of been like core. Like, I literally have like Saturday morning practice. Some people say is like one of my better videos. In terms of just entertainment too. With Madden 2002 with Michael Vick or whatever.
Well, anytime you talk
I have
about
like the practice throwing. I have a lot of videos like that that people do like that are defensive tutorials and everything. I really appreciate the feedback and I like the idea. I'm probably going to do more of that stuff. I just figured since I'm doing live, that's one of the benefits of doing live, is just having like a core discussion, not having to rehash it over and over. But you're right, it should just be a standalone video. We're going to flip so we have the G3 technique to the field. We're trying to put pressure. What a throw by Alex. As a Niner fan, you got to be happy for him here, huh? We had cover 2. They split the safeties. You can see our safeties splitting wide. Middle of the field is open. And Blackman, who we just got mad at on coverage, gets beat over the top. Yeah, and that's to Avery. So just get straight up beat in man coverage. And then you can also see what's going on here in terms, not here, over here. against Fisher, who would later play left tackle for Kansas City. And we get there to start applying pressure, but Alex just makes a great throw downfield.
Years we had all these rinky-dink, dink and dunk quarterbacks. Now we got guys.
All
in
right,
there
thanks,
throwing it
Jason.
deep
I
down
hope
the
I was
field.
able to say thank
What
you
a
before
nice
you
catch.
left.
What a really good deep throw.
Really appreciated you being here, everyone that's here.
Here's the first snap after the big play. Now first and 10. Charles is delayed start.
And then
Now
Charles is
taking
just
off
Charles.
on the draw play.
Right, they got the
Brought
math
down
right
by
here.
Jason
5 offensive
Madden.
linemen versus
You
a
got
4
to keep
defensive
giving the
linemen.
football to
And
Jamal
he just
Charles,
wiggles his way through.
because if you give it to him enough, sooner or later he's going to pick up a big gain like that one there.
Our goal is to just contain this.
The defense at this point trying to keep him out of the end zone.
We're going to kick over shade the...
New set of downs now
Tight
after
ends.
picking up the first on the ground. Back to the running back.
There we go.
Yards here. Someone's been injured out there. Hold on a minute.
That's a good job. He's able to get up and get off the field. And my guess is he's going to be okay.
All right,
A little bit of a scare
basic
there, no
front.
doubt
We're going to
about
go
it.
back
That
to
makes everybody hurt.
this. Yeah, let's go. Yeah,
After
I like
being
this.
stuffed at the line of scrimmage, it's now second down and 10. Second and goal from the 10.
Alex is going to just try to take off. You
Bail
got
on
it.
this play and slide feet first. Third and goal from the 5. Working that left side.
Let's go.
And it's incomplete. The hit jars the ball out.
I'm just trying to set everything up. I don't care if I run out of time up there. I'm having Babin be an outside
Chip shot
linebacker.
here.
I'm putting my strong defensive lineman up front. My strong nose tackle and my very strong defensive end. So that when I play 3-4, Babin plays outside linebacker like he did for
Well, Jim,
the
that
Houston
field goal
Texans.
puts them in the lead. It was a nice drive by the
He can be a
offense.
pass
And what it
rusher in
does,
the
it just
4-3.
gives you confidence. You did some positive things on the field, and it should carry over for you for the rest of the game.
All right.
And he's tackled right at about the 28-yard line.
Pick up a ghost.
Chad Henne will take it right from the center. First and 10. The handoff. Running behind the tackle.
Number 21 gets the call. Negative 1.
That's a terrible read by the running back. It's a short game, but it's all his fault. He picked the wrong hole. He should have cut it back. He didn't, and that's why he was tackled.
At least once a game, I like throwing this little
Second down after
fullback
going to the
screen.
ground game the first play. Screenplay is on. Sticks to his hands. And it's Derek
They're just
Johnson
all
who
over
makes
it.
the
They're
play.
playing really great, and they should. They've got a very good front seven.
Well, the one thing about picking up a couple yards,
But we
is better
tried it.
than not losing a couple yards. Nice catch by the receiver that time.
Now looking at third down.
Yeah, I can't motion him in.
Challenging the defenders to the right side. He'll be brought down, but Sure, picking up the first.
And our fullback's hurt.
Oh, we've got an injured player on the field.
By the looks of that, you can tell it looks like a major injury, and it's a tough sport, a lot of big hits, and I hope he's going to be okay. Hey, watch the blitz, watch the blitz.
Shorts in the
There's a
slot.
bear front.
First down and 10. They give it to the back, and he's running off tackle.
When you run off tackle, one of the things you're looking for is for your tackle to make a good block, and then if you have a lead fullback, can he get past him and block the linebacker to free up the halfback so he can go in between them and get in the secondary and make a big play.
Well, for a
15
game
minutes
where the
down,
real-life
45
Jags,
minutes
I
to
think,
go.
lost
Back after
22,
this word
4
from your local
touchdowns,
station.
we've held them to a single field goal.
The Jaguars still driving as the second quarter gets underway.
We've had a halfback screen, a fullback screen.
Blackman's lined up in the slot.
We're calling a tight end screen.
Get ready. Red 38. Red 38.
And the second quarter is underway with this snap.
And they just were all stacked up on the right. They just gave this to them.
Nice run that time by the running back, and if they keep running the football like this, it's just a matter of time before they fake it and throw that football over the top of the defense. They are being physical, the running back doing a good job, and they are making it happen in the running game today.
Game plan. Don't like all this empty right now.
Here they come back to the line after picking up over 20 yards on that last play. The play clock's running down. Feed it to him again. They knock him down behind the line of scrimmage.
Got to give the defense some credit on first down. There's so many things the offense can do. They were ready for that play, and they stopped it.
Blackman's a receiver in the slot.
Well, let's go. Red 38. Red 38. Get ready. Red 38. Red 38.
They better hurry to get the snap. Play action. The quarterback.
Thanks, Chad.
He stacked up at that point.
That was an awesome job by the defense. They just read the quarterback's eyes. They got in position. And
Hold a
they made
quick
the
screen.
interception.
I need to mess with the audibles in this play, so I've got a better kill call than play action. But we called a quick screen. They were up in our face. The screen wasn't going to work. Then with play action on second down because we're willing to run it, and then Chad just throws an interception. So even though we're in a 3-4, we still have Madden out there.
First down here.
Let's go.
And his hand is in the dirt like a down windmill.
And they'll run the football with Charles. That's a
And he's the
tackle
one that makes the
at
tackle.
the 48.
Well, that was a nice run that time off tackle. And this is a bread and butter play in the NFL. It's about power running. Can your offensive tackle make the block to free up that running back so he has a chance to get in that secondary and make a nice run out of it?
He'll fire it out to the left.
Come on, let's go. We got the pick right back. Let's go, guys. Let's do it to it, Big
Good
Daddy.
job that time by the defense. Not being fooled. Being in position. When
What's
you're in position,
up?
you have a chance to make the play.
Alex
That
giving
time
it
they did,
right
they got the
back.
interception.
Let's go. It's called China Special again. We called it earlier in this game, and then we killed. There's the bear front. We have to be able to throw the ball against this bear front or run against it. And we don't have the talent to run against it. What do you have, Chad? Little check down. Okay, it's like an extension of the run game. Instead of calling a pitch play, you're just flicking it out there. But that's the point. You got 4 yards just like it was a run.
Open space. That's
Just
almost
pitch left.
against zone defenses. That's what
Except
we saw
it was
that
called a
time.
forward pass.
Good job of
I
the
mean, that's
quarterback throwing it in there.
what they talk about when they say it's just an extension of the run game. That's all it is. I'm going to try this wide receiver screen. There's a difference between calling a play and actually executing a play. Do we have a numbers to Blackman?
2nd and 6. Trying to work that left side.
Yeah, they kind of felt that we did, and they did. We got the first down. I don't know if we really got that first down, but they say we did. We just had some space to Blackman.
That's a nice job by the offense there. Get the first down. Keep those chains moving. Give yourself 3 more opportunities.
It's just another extension of the run game, right? We got a wide receiver versus a linebacker. That's really the point of those kinds of screens here, huh? Just a classic fullback player. Ooh, Buck's bunch looks good.
They're back at the line after that catch.
And we're single
for a first
high.
down.
Center pointing out blocks, head down, ready for it,
Play
and let's
clock's
go.
running down.
Chad, what do you got? Out to the flats? Does he stay in bounds? I don't think so. I don't think he makes
Jim,
that sideline
I can't say
catch.
that's great defense. That's just a poor throw and a poor route run by the wide receiver.
Oh, shut up, Felix. It was a fine route by the wide receiver. He didn't keep his feet in bounds. We run that wide receiver screen. Don't want to just be Mr. Screen. Let's go Saint Seams. This play is also something Y Hoss.
The Chiefs will come out
There's
in
like
the
something
dime.
Y Hoss. I forget. Seam Y Hoss or whatever.
2nd and 10. Ball's on the ground.
And he's fumbled, strip sack, lose yards.
Well, the defense always says,
Like
let's
Seam
cause
Y
some
Hoss.
fumbles.
Hoss
Then when
Y
he
Juke.
calls it, and you're
Hoss
not
Y
able to
Juke.
recover,
That's what it's
that
called.
is one emotional letdown.
Yeah, I feel that CTE. I don't like to joke about it, but Hoss Y Juke. That's the play. So we lose 5 yards. We get incomplete, and we lose 5 yards. Awesome. Do not want to be stale here.
The Jaguars.
Bucks
need
Y
to get
stale.
to
I don't
the
expect a first
43
down, but
to
can
pick
we
up a first.
manage this?
Robinson's in the slot, not in the backfield for this play.
They're cover zeroing us.
Trying to beat the play clock.
And they're pulling out.
Now to his left.
And that is the point.
Here comes the training staff as we've got a
We
player
got the
down
ball
on
out to
field.
our runner in space.
I think
It's
you can just
4th
tell by
and
the body
3.
language and the way he's acting,
There's an
that is
injury
upper
timeout,
body
so we have time
injury.
to talk it
Hope it's not
over.
severe. We'll let you know as soon as we find out.
Okay, that's not what I wanted.
They are close
Was there a way
enough
to
to a
reset
first
that
to go
formation
for it
adjustment?
here on 4th down.
It's not the formation
Robinson's
adjustment
on the
that I
right
wanted.
Side, split out wide.
We're going
They
to call our
need to
next
get the play
timeout.
off.
We just basically called the same play we did on the last
Jaguars
4th
got
down.
a 4th down play coming up, but want to be sure about what they want to do here, so they burn a timeout. Offense getting set now, following the timeout.
That's where we want Robinson. Okay, we want Steeler slant.
Not far from a first down.
This is our
They're gonna
2-point
go
play, go for it play. This is one of our core plays.
Robinson's shifted from running back to a receiver in the slot. The play clock's running down.
Can Chad do the play?
To the right
He
side.
can, and we got it.
Jaguars.
This is why it's a 2-point play. This is why it's a must-have it play. I'm not going to do a long breakdown, but if anyone's interested here, and the computer can actually execute this play. We have a option where we send this guy on a route. What is the route? A jet sweep. This is not a motion. He's able to come up, make a move like a stick nod, and get out there. We also have here the quick slant, so we can get up off the ball and we can get to the back of the end zone on a go for 2. Depending on the coverage, how it splits out, we can get wide open because just slants, how they're really good. We have a slip out here to the end zone. Again, like if you need like 2 yards just to break the plane or whatever, just flip the ball out here in space so we don't have to get a bunch of yards. Like there's a lot of choices to get the ball out here on this very specific play and route pattern. I believe this is a blue delay route here. Yeah, it is. He can potentially block, and he can still just curl underneath, and he's past the first down marker. He's past the goal line to get the conversion, right? Depending on the coverage, if they're a little bit loose, you can just flick it out here. Obviously, they're in tight coverage, but if they're looser, you can just flick it out here, catch and run, and cross the goal line, cross the first down marker. There's a lot happening there. It's a good play. So we usually like sit on some of those plays for those situations, but we can't be too predictable either. We've done shark wheel already. We've done angle smash. Let's just go back to the game plan. What am I doing? A play we haven't called yet. We're running out of time. Go to the call sheet, deepen. Just run it. Just go.
Robinson's a running back, but he's in the slot for this play. Now 1st and 10. He's looking to the right here.
And that's what we got. Okay. At least he tried to flick it out of there. 2nd and 10. We still have to show them we're willing to pass, but we actually want to run the football. We've done China special. We've killed it, though. Time after time, but we got wide receiver streak. I like it. I like it.
Blackman's in the slot. 2nd down and 10. He'll fire it out to the left. Brings it into his
Hey,
body.
well defended.
They deck him in the backfield.
Not much the offense can do in a situation like this. 3rd and long, what you probably will have to do is either surprise them with a run or throw it short and hope somebody can make a play and pick up a 1st down.
All right, we're going to go smash corner. We only have 2 routes going past the first down marker. Everything else is underneath. But we're not necessarily trying to get the first down right here. We're just trying to manage it. If they give us something, we'll take it. But the arm punts are not on the menu, boys. We didn't want to put arm punts on the menu. I believe like the video game has its coding like, oh, you got to go past the first down marker. Right? And it's like, can you just like complete this in space or something? Feed the ball right here and let me go north-south. Like you can throw the ball underneath. Like there's a good little breakdown. You get the snap, you watch the safeties bend, you watch this guy drop back, you fire it here, whatever. He gets a chance to go upfield, pick up some yards, whatever. Instead, you turn it over, Chad. We could have made the field goal a little bit closer. It didn't have to get the first down. Didn't have to try to get the first down there, Chad.
And Edwards is lined up in the slot. 1st and 10.
And of course, Jamal
Scans the field.
But they have the inaccuracy, you know?
Terrible route by the wide receiver. Oh, wow, what a shot. The football was incomplete.
2nd down.
The Kansas City Chiefs a year ago had the worst record in the league. They were last in the league in a passing game. They go out and they get Andy Reid.
They go and trade for Alex Smith, so
Just
it's a whole
pinching,
new
crashing
vibe
the
around
defensive
Kansas
line.
City.
Yeah,
Just
it's a
try
whole
to
new
pinch
vibe.
those
You
A
are
gaps.
right.
Don't let
New
him run the ball
quarterback,
up the
that
middle.
always makes the fan base happy.
Because
And
Lovesney is
Andy
able to
Reid
cover
now is
Jamal
gonna
Charles.
stabilize the
Huh?
football team, stabilize the quarterback, and
Third and
especially the
16,
offense. Could be
baby.
a much better year for the Chiefs.
4 defensive ends. Back it off a
And
bit, boys.
Edwards is a receiver in the slot. 3rd and long.
And Alex, where are you throwing? I mean, hey, I can talk about Chad not playing well.
3rd and long.
But
They can
Alex,
do just
huh?
about anything, and it's going to work. And they stop
Alex
the
not
offense
playing
that
well.
time.
Dustin Colquitt
In
looks
the
ready to
rain,
put this one away.
how much is the ball slipping out of the player's hands? How much do we need to increase computer accuracy? I thought we had it set to 55 to give him a little boost.
He's going to try and return this one.
One team did a really good job getting down.
Why is Forsett our punt returner? I'm not happy with Blackman, but Blackman has been a solid return man for us. And he's a 99? Why is he not the return man? No wonder why he was a solid return man for us. Jeez. Why did the game just put Forsett out there?
Finding that punt returner, he is able
Well,
to
I'm
get
glad we're
12
fixing
yards
it
that
now
way.
at some point. We're going to call slants
Another
again.
series coming up
Don't
for
think we've
Indy
actually
and
run the
company.
regular slant play, and now we can.
The quarterback is coming to the line, hoping to avoid
So we're going to do a
sack for
classic
3rd time.
Lions on this side. The quick out by Blackman.
1st down and 10. Looks to his left. Blindly. Smith
That's
away
what
from
you
the
went
line.
with, but the play's still live, boys.
Behind the line of scrimmage.
He shook the tackle, and there was
Just
something
when you
there.
thought They may have a costly turnover. They're
This is a
able to
user play. Like,
somehow
you need
recover
to
the
user.
football.
You know, Jim, you know what happens to
The
guys
read.
on offense when they fumble the football? You know where they go? To the bench.
Chad just
That's where
walking
this man is
around.
going. You fumble it, you're in trouble, you take him out of the game.
Like, we definitely need to solve the quarterback situation. Every team wants to find a solution for the quarterback situation, but we definitely need a solution here.
And now they'll try
Too
it
high,
over
but
again
second
on
and 16.
They better hurry to get the snap. The quarterback throws to the
Boy,
right.
he loves throwing it to
And tackle for a
running
loss.
back, doesn't he?
Loss of 2 on the play.
In these type of situations, when you're losing the game, it's 3rd and long. Don't try to be a hero, because when you try to be a hero, it's going to lead to a turnover.
Going backwards
Then
7
you
yards
really
here,
will
huh?
be in trouble.
Normally, I want to sit on a play like Smash for the red zone,
The
but
Jaguars need to get to the 50 for a 1st down.
can we just complete a basic
Blackman's
ball?
going to get set in the slot for this snap. Penny dropping back now into the shotgun.
And take a sack.
For an opening to unfold.
Just go backwards. I really feel that there's something in the code
There's a
where the
couple
game
ways
is
to get
like,
to the quarterback.
we are going to
Run
try
over
to
the
wait for
tackle
them to throw
or
past
run
the
around him.
sticks,
It doesn't matter
and just
as long
doesn't
as you get the
have
sack.
the guts
That sack on
to
3rd
throw
down gets the
like an
defense
8-yard
off
pass
the
on
field.
3rd and 17. Like, you need to throw past the sticks. It's very John Madden-y, which makes sense for
Wants
the
to
video.
give it a go
It's
here.
like, there's a reason. There's a reason why you're willing to throw like an 8-yard pass, 3rd and 16. Bill Walsh said the throw should get you halfway there, and the run after the catch should get you the other half there.
The Chiefs
He
come
said you
to
have
the
moments like
line
that
in a
where we go
tight
backwards,
game.
makes
Here
the
in the
punt
second
worse,
quarter,
makes the
the
defense
score's
happier.
3-0. And Edwards is lined up now as a slot receiver, looking for an open receiver on the right.
It's a defensive battle, and we're willing to
This
keep
doesn't
fighting.
look
Now
good.
we're letting
Got a
Travis
player
Kelce into
down
the
and
game.
he's in pain.
What are you doing? You can't let Travis Kelce start his Tom Brady career filling in for the starter.
But the good news is, I think he's going to be okay. And once he gets a little,
Is Kelce on the field? No. They don't believe in this rookie tight end. They go 3 wide, but with a fullback. The draw, but we tried to clog up those gaps.
The ball carrier on the play. 5-yard gain on the play.
The great thing about the draw play, just for a split second, the defense thinks it's pass. Now they're reacting instead of attacking, and allows you to get a few extra yards.
Boy, the Chiefs in the offseason, they thought an awful lot of Alex Smith and made the play to go get the quarterback from the 49ers.
Yeah, and Jim, you know, you go and get him for a lot of reasons. You know, Matt Castle's days were over.
All right.
The fan base had turned against him.
Now, the real-life game was not in the rain.
Alex Smith has played enough in the NFL. He's going to be consistent. He might not make the big plays down the field, but the one thing he has shown the last couple of years, he will not turn the football over.
We got ourselves a ball game here, gentlemen.
Should be a routine punt.
We are not losing 28-2 right now.
He's going to try and return this punt.
But we are as successful as the Jags real-life offense in our lack of any points. We're constantly on the left hash mark. Looking for plays that are not all just left hash mark plays. Flinker smoke and then audible out. Yeah, they're pressed up against us, so we audible out of it.
It's first down as they head to the line.
It's the play that I took a lot of time to discuss. We get the blocks inside. Hey, we did a little bit better this time. We got positive 2 yards. We're still on the left hash. Got a lot of plays for being on the left hash. I know I could just flip the plays, but you know, if there was one to flip, it's here, the play action slide. The play action slide flip, we're at least rolling to the quarterback side.
And here we have second down.
They know that kill.
The wide receiver in motion. Second down and 8. It's handed.
But you've got to actually do something, even if you stack the box. You got to actually do something. I'm not afraid to run it. We stacked the box, but we picked them up and we kicked them out. Let's go, boys. Look at them. They were super leveraging us, filling in gaps. But Mercedes Lewis says, we're driving you out. I couldn't get outside your helmet, Tamba Hali, so we drove you outside for the running back to cut off of. Our left tackle against a safety. Like, I'll take that matchup. It's not the linebacker. Double team up front. But bam. And then fullback leading the way. Missed picking up the other safety. Let's go. How about that? We're still on the left hash mark. We're still on the left hash mark. Let's go Jags read to dig. It's literally a Jags play.
First down here after the run.
See, they have a 3 down, 3 linebacker. They have 6 in the box. We only have 5 linemen.
Chad Henne from the gun.
What do you want, Chad?
They're going to get him here for a sack.
I mean, he could throw it away, but that's one of the player traits. Throws ball away. He probably has throws ball away. No. Right now, what's his stats? It says paranoid, cold streak. Right? Paranoid and cold streak. So yeah, they've got 3 down, 3 linebackers over the top. Just here in the box are 6. We only have 5 linemen. We literally do not have enough men to block everyone. We're attacking the seam here. I love the coverage, the single high. And then he's actually abandoning single high. Like, there's like kind of a roll. So that's really good defense, really good coverage to confuse everyone. They've got the deep coverage here. They've got 2 guys to stop anything going down the field. They can drop back and intercept this. Like, they're really clogging everything up. And Chad Henne just... We don't have an answer on offense for this play, which is great for their defense. And Chad Henne doesn't throw it away, and we take a loss.
Well, if I was that quarterback, I'd
Hope
be
that was a
mad.
quick breakdown
Getting
without
sacked
boring
like
everyone.
that by the defensive end. Your offensive tackle's just got to do a better job.
Okay, slot screen by formation. Is this the one with slot screen? No, but it has a wide receiver screen, so we're going to use that before we run out of time. I wanted slot screen with our running back.
Shorts lined up in the slot.
Forget it, we'll just run it. We'll just hand it off on second and 18.
The quarterback will hand it off. They got him down there.
Pick up 8
Defense
yards,
has really done a
third
good
and
job
10,
here in
a
this
regular
drive.
situation.
They got this offense in a 3rd and long situation. Let's see if they can convert it.
It says the regular screen. Which is the one with the slot screen? Is this the one with the slot screen? I don't think so. I don't even have it memorized. Is this the one? Yeah, this is the one. So this is the one. Who is running the slot screen? The B button, the inside one. So that's the one that we want to put Denard Robinson there. And we'll go that formation, but drive post instead of slot screen.
Trying to beat the play clock. Robinson's out in the slot. The official whistles this
They
one.
wouldn't
Ted,
line up. They
this is
wouldn't
going
even
to
show
be
me the
a
play clock on
delay
the
of
screen. It's
game.
my fault. Even as a coach, I don't mind.
Delay of game, offense.
A lot of these things are not going to be problems for me
Still third down.
because it's going to save all the stuff that I have made changes to. This is to Jags tight end Y screen. There's a lot of screens you've seen me call, but we haven't actually snapped and run.
Robinson's a running back normally, but this time lined up as a receiver in the slot. 3rd and forever into the open flat. Reaches
Oh,
out.
come on, Mercedes. Come on. Like, why are you running like that? What is this maneuver? What is this? Like, great job for Bernard Berry, who, like, survived cancer and all of that and became, like, a really great player, and he reacts and makes a tackle. Like, I can understand chasing him down, but what is this maneuver? Like, strategically speaking, we've got 3 guys out here to make blocks of train in front of you. You're supposed to just catch and turn and then be Mercedes lose and just be big and let, you know, Barry get you from behind or whatever. But come on.
They will have
What
to
was
bring out
that?
the punting unit.
Hunter, change the field.
And we've reached the 2-minute
2-minute
warning
warning
in this
in the rain. Defensive battle. Our defense is working far better than I expected. Our offense is just as abysmal as we anticipated. We're constantly going with this big normal because we have the strong defensive linemen.
The Chiefs offense heads on to the field. And Edwards is a
There's
receiver
Kelsey.
in the slot.
Travis is on the field, people. Rookie Travis is on the field. And he gets the target. Let's go. Rookie 73 overall Travis Kelsey gets his first catch as a professional player. You saw it here. And he made someone miss. He ran through him and he had to get hit. It took 2 guys to bring him down. You saw it here, everyone. Rookie Travis Kelsey in the game.
After the
Kelsey
pass
lined
play,
up off
gain
ball.
7. 2nd and 3 on the way. Smith's got it in
Rocky,
the
not
gun.
even being used as a
Looking to the
receiver.
right
But the
side
check
and throw.
down.
And
Let's
they
go!
get it down at the
Mad love for
37-yard
the real life Travis Kelsey, but
That's what you got to do. As a
I'm the
receiver in
opposing
NFL
team, so
now.
let's go.
How about this play? He goes up high, makes the catch, takes the big hit.
Welcome to the NFL, sir. I can just imagine when the Travis Kelsey, Jason Kelsey, whatever podcast, they're like, yeah, you know, that moment.
And
Like, I
Edwards is
knew,
going to
like,
get
even a
set in
linebacker
the
could take
slot
me
for
out,
this
even my
snap.
size and the toughness of players, and maybe toughness
Third down
in the
and
gym, blah,
2.
blah, blah. Whatever cool stuff that they tell
The
their
throw to
stories
the
about,
left,
right?
and that's going to be a 3 and
That was my welcome to the
Nice
NFL
job
moment,
that
you know,
time
like
by
the
the
great laugh that he
defense.
has and
Pressure
everything.
on the quarterback.
Like, I
He
could
does not
totally
have
see that
time
being
to
the
find
thing.
an open guy, and it
The
results in
video
an
game ultimate
incompletion.
reality. Like, these boys can
Dustin
play or
Colquitt
something like
looks
that.
ready to
I
put
can
this one
just like
away.
hear his voice. And then, you know, Jason laughing about it and everything.
Set up, return. Here he goes. And he's going to be tackled right around the 35-yard.
We got a minute. We got a timeout. We're not in Hail Mary mode. Single back. We're going to
The
shoot. Big
Jaguars
switch.
now bring their offense back.
Remember, it's just
onto
about
the
field goal. They even
for
have the
next drive. Quarterback coming to the
warm
line,
up.
hoping to avoid being sacked for a 6th time in this game.
Get ready. Fred, 38. Fred, 38. Just scared.
Now 1st and 10. Handoff to the back. They tackle him for a loss.
Why are you running the ball? And that
Good job by
because
the
they have a
defense.
numbers
They
advantage.
stopped the offense that
They
time
came
on first
crashing
down.
in.
Now the defense is in a good situation.
Let the clock run. We're not in a weird situation.
Second down following the run.
Fred, 38. Fred, 38.
Play fake here. He's looking to the right here. on
Chad
this
can't
throw.
Not much
get the
offense
completion.
can do in a situation like this. Third
That's
and
why we
long,
ran
what
it
you
on
probably
first.
will have to do is either
Now there's
surprise
not a
them
lot
with
of
the run
time.
or throw it short and hope somebody can make a play and pick up a first down.
And you know what? I think we just want a cross screen. Like a screen with 19 seconds left. Like,
Wide
yeah.
receivers are bunched up.
Get ready. Fred, 38. Fred, 38.
3rd and 13.
And we just get a
This is
little
a screen
dump
play
off
all the way.
completion.
They make the play short of the first
Tackle
down.
inbounds.
And that'll bring out the
Go to
punting
halftime.
team. 3 and out.
Good job by the defense. That whole series, they put the offense
What were
in
you
a tough
hoping to do on
situation.
that play?
Third and long, they
Get some
stop
blocks
them once again.
downfield. Give the ball carrier a chance to do something in space. You let a playmaker make plays in space. Sometimes that's all you need. Didn't work out. The clock is still running. We go to halftime healthy.
That
get a
does it for the
completion, we
first
get
half.
confidence. We're not getting
Jaguars
sacked.
trail in this one, which is brought to you by Verizon.
We're not throwing another interception. What do we have? 2? Commercial break presentation. Like, that has been the big play of the game that got them their 3 points. I don't know what happened to the audio presentation. We're going to go to recap. If we're a coach, we get like a little stat card or a little report or whatever it is we get. 14 of 21. I mean, we've got a good 66% pass completion, but it's 2 picks. And we're not really getting yards. Our longest pass is 11. Our average per attempt is 3. Like, we're doing nothing. We're not playing well. We're playing completely cold. We're getting 4.1 yards per carry. People are like, you can't throw. Why aren't you running the football? Well, you can't just run the football into a wall. Right, Forsett has 6 catches because it's just check down city to Forsett. He's been the entire offense.
Chiefs
Handing the
getting
ball
set for kickoff.
15 times and then caught 6 passes. So 21 touches.
And the tackle's made right around the 25-yard line. The Jaguars bring their offense back on the field for their next drive. Now on first down. They need to get the play off. They hand it off to the running back. Gains 20.
When you pick up first downs against the defense, they will get tired. That time, nice job by the offense getting the first down, even though they're losing here in the game.
Chad Henne will take it right from the center. The play clock's running down. They'll stay on the ground on first down. He's brought down at the 46.
Good coaching on the defensive side. Everybody stays at home, they stay in their gap, and they hold that run to a short gain.
That last running play was good for only a yard, so it's second down and 9. Back to the ground, trying the right side. Now they take the football onto the opponent's side of the field.
An off-tackle run, it's a staple of all offenses in the NFL, and a general rule is you run off the right tackle because he is the power tackle, where the left tackle is the pass blocker.
Shorts lined up now as a slot receiver. Third and 3. Another handoff. The tackle is made short of the first, and that'll bring up fourth down.
This defense you're playing against, they're pretty good. So it's fourth down near midfield, punt the football.
Fourth down, close to the first, so the offense stays on the field. He's setting up here. He's been sacked 5 times today. Really been beat up. Gets it again here. They go to the right side. And he is brought down at the 39.
You can't always go for it on fourth and short, but I like this call. They make it, the offense executes, and they pick up the first down.
Shorts in the slot. First and 10. Back to the ground now on first down. And he's able to get out to the 34-yard line.
The off-tackle run is just what it says it is. You're going to read the tackle spot and decide whether you're going to go inside or outside. Usually, this is the first running play every team puts in their offense when they go to training camp.
Second and 5. Will go ground.
Wow, what a
Behind the
clusterfuck.
line.
What a clusterfuck. Like, yeah, you beat the block, okay, but look at these guys. Like, look at everyone else.
Terrible call that time by the coach. The defense was expecting run. They were up there. They were aggressive, crowd the line of scrimmage, and you just played right into their hands, and they got the tackle for the loss.
The Jaguars will look to get to the 29 to pick up a first. Shorts lined up in the slot. Third down and 8. Looking for a receiver on the left side here. He's brought down. That's going to bring up fourth down.
Terrible job by the quarterback. It's third down. You throw it short of the markers. Well, you get a completion. That's great. You're really accurate. But there were guys open down the field. Take
Kind
a
of football
chance
game?
and go for it. Well, this guy's a machine. Every time he gets a chance to go out there and
We've done it, boys and girls.
Right down the middle. Good job by the offense.
We have
good job on the
outscored the real-life Jaguars in the real-life game that they played.
Josh Scobie ready for the kickoff.
It's just a video game. But we've done it. Mission accomplished, folks.
Able to move past the 20 and brought down at the 23. Alex Smith will take it right from the center. First down and 10. And they'll give it to Jamal Charles. He's going to be swallowed up behind the line.
When you make play calls like that, you're not going to win many football games. That was a terrible call here on first down.
And Edwards is a receiver in the slot. Alex Smith from the gun.
Let's go. Drive them backwards. Let's go, TA. Former first-round pick.
Name of the game is hit the guy with the football, isn't it? That's what it is. The quarterback has it. The defensive end, what a nice play. Gets to him that time and gets the big hit.
Shotgun look here for Alex Smith. Smith's going to take it from the gun. Trying to find an open man. And they sack the quarterback. And that's a quick series, a 3 and out.
Jim, when you get in these situations, there's not much you can do. Third and long, not easy to pick up first downs in these type of situations.
He's got a chance to return this one. They pounce on him there. Someone's been injured out there. Hold on a minute.
That's a good job. He's able to get up and get off the field. And my guess is he's going to be okay. A little bit of a scare there, no doubt about it. That makes everybody nervous.
Blackman's going to get set in the slot for this snap. First and 10. Here's the running play. Off tackle.
When you run off tackle.
Just to quickly let you know what the read is there, anyone rewatching this back. First down lineman on the line of scrimmage, not down there, the linebacker here. We read this. We got our body helmet outside, so we run outside of that player. And we just take it there. We're just reading what happens to that block. We don't care about the rest of the play for the most
tackle
part.
to make a good block, and then if you have a lead fullback, can he get past him and
I
block
think we've
the
called,
linebacker?
I think
to free
we've
up
called
the
China special
halfback so
multiple
he can
times,
go
but we
in
haven't
between
run it a
them
single
and
time.
get in the secondary
We're still
and
not
make a
going
big
to.
play.
Blackman's lined up now as a slot receiver.
Let's go. 188. 188.
Midway into the third. The tackle was made, but the first down is picked up.
That's just a good old physical run by the offense there, and it's good for a few yards and gets them another first down.
Let's just continue to call China special. They're not giving us the looks that we want for this play. They continue to not give us the looks that we want.
They're able to move the chains after that last run. And they go back to the ground. The tackle is made.
And we'll continue to call China special.
Blackman's in the slot.
Let's go. Red 38. Red 38.
Second down and 6. To the ground here. And that picks up 3.
Good job of the defensive line standing in there and fighting.
And we'll continue to call China special.
After that last carry, it's 3rd and 3.
Let's go. Red 38.
again.
I don't mind. Let's go. You made contact at the line of scrimmage, but our fullback wanted it more.
The officials can't tell for certain if it's a first down. So
Move the chain, move the chain, move the chain.
move the chains with that. It's enough for the first. Offense now in the red zone.
We have a touchdown shot here. Forget that.
New
Let's
set
just
of
run
downs
it.
now after picking up the first on the ground. On first down, it's back
Great
to
job at the
ground
nose
game.
tackle position.
Well, we're anxious to hear the full story on that injury. Let's go down to Danielle Bellini with the story.
Guys, I just spoke with a Jaguars official. He was unable to confirm exactly what the injury was, but he did tell me that it is related to the upper body. Bottom line, this type of injury so early in the season is bad news for this team.
2nd and 10. We'll run it with him again. Oh, we've got an injured player on the field.
Well, that's going to hurt him tomorrow. There's no doubt about it. When you get hit like that, you're going to feel some of that pain tomorrow. But the good news is, I think he's going to be okay. And once he gets a little situated there, I think he'll be back in the game.
Third down here. Offense trying to pick up the first. The give. Trying to fight through right up the middle of the field. This one's too close to call with the naked eye. Missed by just a chain link. The offense comes back out here on 4th down. Offense lines up here. Didn't need much. Quarterback sneak.
Well, show me a team that's really good at getting quarterback sneaks on 4th and short. And I'll show you a team that has a good guard, 2 good guards, and a good center. That time they get a good push, and the quarterback gets the first down.
First down here after the run. So, first and goal to go. Back to the ground, running to the left side. Good piece of tackling.
Teams in the NFL spend about 30, 40% of their time all week long practicing plays in the red zone. So there's a lot they can do here. Let's see if they come up with something that works.
The long drive continues. 2nd and goal from the 4. Staying on the ground.
Let's go. We powered it in the entire drive. Pound it.
The Jaguars now going for the point after. It's good. The Jaguars have put the football on the tee. They're ready to kick it off. The offense over on the sideline celebrating the fact that they took advantage of that poor punt and managed to put points on the scoreboard. And he's able to take it out for a return of about 26 before being tackled down. They come to the line, and it's first down. They'll run it. Here's the handoff. He's tackled at the 28. Let's get the injury report from Danielle Bellini.
Guys, I had a chance to speak with a Jaguars team official. Justin Forsett's injury doesn't sound like a long-term issue, but they're playing it safe today, guys. They'll hold him out for the remainder of this one. Bottom line, this type of injury so early in the season is bad news for this team.
Henderson's lined up in the slot. 2nd down and 7. Left side, bringing the play to an end.
And this defense, they are tough. When you run that football, they got some men up front, and that time they stopped that run just for a short gain.
And Edwards is a receiver in the slot. 3rd and 5. Working that left side. The Chiefs get a first down.
What a job by the quarterback, finding a way to throw that football and pick up another first down. They are marching down the field right now.
And Edwards is going to get set in the slot for this snap. Now 1st and 10. Deep down the field to Bo.
Ooh, what a shot. He ran out of football field. He caught that thing.
Trying to go deep down the field against
The
this
throw and
cover
the
two.
catch was
That's not
there,
the
but
spot
the
you wanna
football
go.
field
You
had
wanna look
paint on the
underneath,
grass
right
that
down
said
the
it
middle.
wasn't going to count. If it weren't for the white paint on the grass, that was an excellently executed play.
2nd down coming up. Handoff. Running right through the
But
trenches.
there's a reason why they have field dimensions.
Well, I know it's not going to make a highlight film, but still a good solid run up in there for a couple yards.
Nickel formation for the defense here. Alex Smith's going to take it from the shotgun. Launching it deep.
Oh, we almost got our second pick. We almost tied Alex double picks.
You're near midfield.
We dropped
Fourth down,
it.
What do you do? I got the answer right here. You punt it. Play field position. Make the other offense drive the length of the field to score.
They're in punting formation.
As the game wore on, we got the field goal to tie it. We got the touchdown to take the lead.
This punt will be returned. He's brought down at the 25-yard line. This will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Let's go. Blue 95. Blue 95.
1st and 10 as they go ground here. That picks up about 3. Minutes to go, and we'll return after this message and a word from your local station.
Hold them 4s up.
Robinson's in the slot, not in the backfield for this play. The final quarter begins with this snap. Gains maybe 5.
Well, that was a nice run that time off tackle. And listen, this is a bread and butter play in the NFL. It's about power running. Can your offensive tackle make the block to free up that running back so he has a chance to get in that secondary and make a nice run out of it?
Robinson's shifted from running back to a receiver in the slot. 3rd and short. Robinson's handed the football. They have struggled. 1st down. The final attitude.
That's what you want to do. Get a first down while you're on top and keep that clock moving and just controlling the football game. Good job by the offense managing things so far here today.
They're able to move the chains after that last run.
Get ready. Blue 95. Blue 95.
Staying with the running game on 1st down. The Jaguars now move the chains.
A lot of ways to get plays in the NFL. It doesn't always have to be by a pass. Good job that time by the running back.
new set of downs now after picking up the first on the ground.
95.
Screen pass. Reaches out and snatches it.
Nice job by the quarterback finding the open guy short. They get the completion. They still do not get the first down, though.
Wide receivers stacked up on this play.
38. 38.
Second and 10. He'll fire it out to the left. He had no time to get set.
The intended receiver.
The Jaguars come to the line. First down marker at the 40. Robinson's shifted out wide to the left as a receiver.
38. 38.
Chad Henne from the shotgun. Challenging the defenders to the right side.
Wow, what a
But
catch.
still, it's enough for the first down.
They're going to measure this.
This one requires a measurement.
Wow. Mercedes Lewis coming up big.
First down signal is given.
After that other bad play, Mercedes paid attention, huh?
Blackman's lined up now as a slot receiver.
Get ready. Blue 95. Blue 95.
First down and 10. Robinson's going to secure the handoff. And he's going to be tackled right around the 31-yard line. Robinson's a running back, but he's in the slot for this play.
38.
Second and a yard. They're setting up screen. Makes the reception. Gains 16.
Nice situation here for the offense. They're winning the football game. Now they're in the red zone. Let's see if they can come up with a play that fools the defense.
The defense trying to make a play here in the red zone.
Shorts in the slot.
Get ready. 188.
They better hurry to get the snap. Set up screen. Secures it with two hands.
Let's go.
Touchdown.
Denard Robinson is our not-so-secret weapon. This entire drive, I'm just like trying to put together how I want to get Robinson, our rookie, the Michigan quarterback, the cover
This
boy
offense, even
of
though they have the
NCAA
lead, they do not
football
sit up. They are
2014.
aggressive, they take risks, and what a
Isn't he also the one that got the nickname Shoelaces, or am I mixing him up with another player? Probably.
The Jaguars with the
I'll look it up on
PAT to
defense.
come. And the extra point is good.
It was. He was Shoelaces. The guy that wouldn't tie his shoelaces.
Jaguars ready for action. This one's not leaving the end zone.
I'm not saying like this entire franchise is going to be about Denard Robinson, but seriously, it's
Fasano's move from the tight
It's
end
an
position to
important
the slot.
part of
First
it.
and 10. And
Like in terms of
gains
offense and fun,
maybe 4.
like we couldn't get Tim Tebow. We could have, but I wasn't going to go for Tim Tebow in the first batch, and then he got picked up by another team. And we can do a Tim Tebow franchise another time.
The Chiefs at the line of scrimmage with their set of receivers in a bunch formation. Inhales the pass.
But in terms of offensive stars,
Nice catch by the receiver.
Denard
but
Robinson
still
didn't
doesn't get
become
a first
one.
down.
But there was some hope that he would. I should probably grab the microphone. I'm sitting back. There was complaints, valid complaints, but complaints about not being able to hear me before. So I'm going to try to solve that by holding the microphone close to me. It's usually easier to be heard when you've got the microphone close to you.
The Chiefs get set at the line, needing to get to the 30 for a first. And Edwards is lined up in the slot. 3rd down and 5. Eyeing that left side. And he makes the catch.
They're trying to make
just
something
past
happen
the
on
first down
offense.
marker.
I mean, they're always trying to make something happen, but
he's beyond the
down
first
2
down
scores.
marker.
They've only had the one deep play that set up the field goal.
Better position, nice little throw and
They're trying to come up with solutions just like we have. They're getting the ball for Fasano. Imagine how talented this Chiefs team will be when they realize that they have Travis Kelce on their roster. Kelce is a player that we could potentially trade for in terms of his low overall rating, but I hope that he's not someone that we could actually legitimately get, because he's a rookie and he's someone that they drafted for the future, so they shouldn't want to just offload him. He's their guy, not ours. That's also part of the point, if anyone's listening to me. I know a lot of people like to have fun, and I'm not going to yuck anyone's yum. I'm not going to complain about how you like to enjoy the game, but for me, I like to be more sim style. I'm not going to sit here and just like try to trade for like rookie DeAndre Hopkins and trade for, Kelce and all these guys that we know that become stars, like the rookies that work out and become famous. For me, it's just playing with the roster that you have, making the moves that you can.
And Edwards is going to get set in the slot for this snap. Snap back to the quarterback, out of the gun.
Oh, Paul, can you imagine? You have DeAndre Hopkins, and you have Travis Kelce, and no. Yeah, we could play fantasy draft if we want some other time.
You just never know.
Just lots of man against Smith, and we saw in our matchup, other than Dwayne Bowe, we have the coverage ratings to keep up with a lot of their guys, and it's played out on the field as well. We just don't have a pass rush. I wonder if we go to settings. No. I wonder if, like, in the play call screen, can we mess with the sliders and give them a little bit more accuracy? Because Alex has got some really ugly passes here. Game options. Settings. No. Audibles, timeout, super send depth. No. Looks like if we want to adjust the sliders, it's going to have to be out of the game.
Because when you try to be a hero, it's going to lead to a turnover. Then you really will be in trouble.
Just a lot of two-man.
Shotgun look here for Alex Smith. Smith standing back in the shotgun.
We have the drag, which is fine. We come up and make the tackle. It's 4th and 1. You got to go for it, right?
They're well taught, well schooled by the defensive coordinator. They know in situations like
Nice
this,
hit.
if it's thrown short of the first down marker, they're good. They come up, make the tackle. Now we have 4th down.
Going to be a short
short yardage situation, so forget the punt. They're going to go for it. And Edwards is in the slot. Every play is precious now as we reach the midway point.
And he drops it on 4th down. It's our ball, baby.
Like this sometimes can cost you the game. You're down in the second half. Why would you go for it on 4th down in this situation? You don't get it, that decision might cost you this football game.
Robinson's out in the slot. Now 1st and 10. Robinson's taking the handoff. They've got him behind the line of scrimmage.
Now the play is there to be made, but the offensive player doesn't get it done. Bad job on 1st down.
Sometimes that play can break it. Sometimes that play gets broken.
Shorts lined up in the slot. 2nd and long. Screen. And he hauls it in.
They're so slow to get started. They're so incredibly slow. They catch it and they don't move. It's like they chug. Like they're not even interested in running down the field. And I bet if they actually ran down the field, it would be like a game-breaking play.
Well, I guess the best thing to say there, Jim, is they completed a pass, but it still did not get a 1st down.
This is 3rd down.
Out of the gun. Looks around. He's going to be
It's so bad in these 3rd and longs. The quarterback is always looking to get past the 1st down marker. You can't just run a regular play, can you? I think we've got to can this play completely. I think we've got to take this out of our playbook. They don't know how to operate it. It doesn't have answers against the coverage. I think it's the 2nd time I've run this play in this situation. The seam doesn't have an answer, right? Like, let's just go over it as quickly as we can. The seam gets covered up over the top. There's absolutely nowhere to go. The curl underneath it is just getting sat on. So there's nothing doing there. You've got the dig route, and they've just got it triangled up. Right? They've got someone high, they've got someone underneath, they've got all of that. The check down, he's not willing to throw the check down in space. Like, catch it and then roll it down the sideline. As a user, you can drop back and then flick it out here. Flick it out here and then turn up the sideline, right? You can do that. It's fine. Like, it's not a bad play. The check down is not a bad throw. But the computer is just like, I'm looking for the 1st down marker. I can't find it. I'm going to lose yards on the sack.
Away from the ball,
And then we have the hit. But that's why I set the penalties like that. I put maximum punt distance, and then I also put fair catch interference. It's probably too common, but we actually get a legitimate penalty. Now they've got the ball in the 40.
Meanwhile, the coverage team was right in on him and made contact too soon.
Yeah, they couldn't even see the fair catch signal because they were too busy getting blocked. They got free.
Travis is on the field, ladies and gentlemen.
That's an easy penalty to call.
Travis is on the field. And he's got the ball thrown to him. And he breaks the 1st tackle. It's the 2nd guy that brings him down. Kelsey's got 4 catches so far.
It gained a few yards, so that's what you do. All plays don't score. Sometimes you just want to pick up a couple yards.
Rookie Kelsey out there getting the work done.
Nickel formation here for the defense. 2nd down, 3 for the 1st. Trying to work the middle.
Final 5 minutes, and I can't adjust the accuracy for the computer quarterback, which I think needs to be done. I can't do that until we get to the settings.
They're worried about getting hit. Don't lead them too far in this.
We're going to go with psycho defense instead of a dime defense. We're going to 2-man under with linebacker pass rushers.
And
We
Edwards
might
is a
also
receiver
manually
in
adjust
the
to have
slot.
Jason Babin in the
Third
future of
down
Psycho,
and 3. Throwing now to
so at
his
least he's
left.
out there.
Reception. Picks up the
It's a
first
good time
down.
to do it with a 2-touchdown lead. Like, they can't score a 14-point touchdown. So we might want to make some
Well, when you
changes
keep
here.
chipping away with these short throws, sooner or later that defense is going to come up, and when they come up,
Can I just
that's
have
when you
Babin
throw it
out
over the
here?
top.
No, it's got to be a defensive tackle, right? Babin is out here, isn't he? Isn't that 58? That's weird. Okay. I'll take it. So Babin is out
And
there.
Edwards is going to get set in the slot for this snap. Smith's back in shotgun formation. He has the grab.
Yeah, linebacker versus wide receiver. They're going to take that matchup all
Well, the
day, and that's
quarterback
fine
gets
with
the
me.
completion. It's going to look good on the stat sheet, but there was no chance of getting the first down by catching and running against his defense. Quarterback's got to be a little braver and throw the football down the field.
Jamal Charles is in the backfield. Second and 4. He'll fire it out to the left. Makes the catch.
You want to check down? You keep checking down on me. Go for it.
First down.
That's a nice route on the outside. Nice throw by the quarterback. Puts him in good position to keep moving and get a first down.
4 wide receivers. We'll just keep coming out with the Psycho defense. We'll keep giving you different looks. We'll do double loop 3. We're going to keep covering the sidelines to keep from getting burnt over the top. There's a reason why I do that over and over. To have the leverage of the corners, not get beat deep. And they just keep checking it down, and that's, I'm not saying prevent defense, but
We got us a nice drive going
just
here.
keep checking
Jim,
it down,
another
keep
first
milking the
down there,
clock.
just
You
making
can't score a
one
14-point
solid
touchdown.
play after another and just marching down the
I'm not
field.
trying to play soft. I'm just trying to not play the same predictable defense all the time. We're going to do a cover 0.
And Edwards is lined up now as a slot receiver.
And we get the sack on the cover 0. We can't call that all the time, but that can be a changer. Second and long.
You talk about a blitz on the defensive side. It's all about
It's all a
timing.
mess for them,
Guys
though.
the last second, and time up the
They
snap
get all
of the
like
football.
wonky in
They
Madden.
did it
I would
that
not be
time.
happy as a user. If I called this play and I saw the quarterback do this, I would not be happy with the computer.
The sack on the QB.
We go to 4 defensive ends.
The offense heads to the line for the 7th play of the drive. Second and long. Screenplay is on. He makes the catch.
Oh, let's go, Jamal Charles. Do your Jamal Charles stuff. Let's go. They have the courage to call the screenplay like we've been using. This is what play recognition is so important. And he made people miss. Jamal Charles, let's
They're down
go.
more than 7 here. The offense down the red zone. It'll be good for them for the rest of this game. Their confidence for the offense.
Strike
They
2.
can punch this in for the touchdown.
The offense coming to the line inside the opponent's 20.
We're going to
Was a
option
big
play the
gainer.
QB.
Now it's time to back it up. No margin for error from just outside the goal
They
line.
dropped it.
For a moment, but the ball is
They had it.
down
They
and
dropped it.
Jim, when you get inside the other team's red zone, inside the 20-yard line, and you're down some points, you're thinking touchdown in these situations.
Fire zone 2. Press. Cover sidelines.
Second down. Second and goal from the 3. Jamal Charles.
Jamal Charles punches it in just like he should.
Is tight.
Now they go for the onside kick. They try to tie this game up soon.
That's a good touchdown by the offense there.
They're gonna
You know,
kick
and
it to
what
me.
it's done, it's gotten this game
Do we
closer.
go 3 and out, punt
Yes,
it back, or
it's
they tie it?
possible.
Like,
The offense is a
there are no
dangerous
guarantees in
thing.
this game.
We'll see if they can keep moving forward after this.
The Jaguars are about to have the football kicked their way. Their lead has been
All right, they're going for the regular kickoff.
17-10.
Are we going to get backed up? Gino Hayes holding.
Personal foul. Clipping. Receiving team.
On the 12.
I know from your days as a
Can you
player,
feel the
that's
choke?
something that just makes you cringe.
Well, it does. It really cringes.
Can you
just for
feel the
player
choke job coming?
Because it puts them at such a disadvantage. They can't protect themselves, and you're always fortunate if you don't get hurt when one of these calls is made.
We're late in the fourth, and the offense is just trying to sit on the lead. Up the middle. That's a gain of 7.
What that run does, it just puts the offense in a good situation. So a good, positive run.
And now we reach the 2-minute warning. Blackman's in the slot. A 2nd and 3. He'll get it out of the weak eye. He'll be brought down.
Move the chains, and they're burning a timeout.
First down here after the run. Leading on that running attack again.
Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. Win this football game, come on.
To the other side of the field.
Burn a timeout, move the ball past midfield.
Let's see how they back up the big play here. They'll stay on the ground on first down. They immediately call for a timeout.
Final timeout is called.
It's now 2nd down. Staying on the ground.
Oh, let's go. Let's go, Todman. Let's go, Todman.
This is turning into
That's Carter. I thought it was Todman. Whatever, Carter, anyone. Freaking ball carrier. Let's go. Sorry, Carter, I didn't know your name right now. I thought another guy had the ball. I'm still going to wear my roster. Because I do have Todman on the team. Either way, fantastic work. Let's go. Milk the game clock. This is kneel down territory. You literally don't have to run a play. They have no timeouts. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. I know you can count 3.
goal. Right back to him one more time. That brings the play to an end.
Like, score. I'm like, we came here to win. We came here to win. I know the 49er fans out there are like, score, disrespect KC. Flip the double birds. You know, drive it on them. Like, I get it. I'm a Niner fan. I get it. We came here to win. We came here to win the home opener, baby.
Play number 6 coming up on this drive.
Oh no, we got a delay game. Oh no, we're backed up. I mean, we're not on the goal line and so close and easy to score from here. Oh no.
Delay of game. Offense.
We might not actually fall forward into the end zone and might have to do something else. Oh no. Let's go play tight. Fullback run.
down coming up. Second and goal from the 7. Out of the eye. The give to the tailback.
And that'll do it, folks. One score football game. How do the gamblers like this game?
You're in the red zone. Let's see how clever he's going to be on this call.
This was a good game to watch today. Competitive all the way to the end. You get that win week 1, and it certainly takes a little bit of the edge off, doesn't it?
Oh, no, it does more than that. It takes a lot of the edge off. When you win the opening day game, you just feel like, hey, we're going to win them all, and all that hard work, it was all worth it. And the following week, you're going to listen to the coach because he led you to that first victory.
All right, we've changed history.
This
Instead of losing 28-2, we won 17-10.
Moment of the game.
And Carter played hard too,
It's
especially
been a game
coming in
we'll
with injury.
always remember. Jim Nance, Phil Simms, so glad to bring it to you.
All right, it's time to wrap up this week, isn't it? I can adjust the playbook stuff on my own offline. Well, let's get this week advanced. Let's do everything that we got to do here, right? Wow, we totally looked like that in our game. Sure. No, we're not importing a draft class. We're not practicing. We're not progressing players. We're just advancing the week. And we're going to be able to take a look at a draft class sneak peek and in more detail maybe in the next video, right? We'll see what our draft class is, right? That's the goal, especially those watching. Do we have draft class stories? We do. So we've got a draft class story here out of the Oregon State Beavers. While it doesn't use their official logos and stuff, which is weird because they have the rights to it. They call the name and everything, but they just don't bother to actually put the team's logos and stuff in this game. Maybe there's like something that they have to also pay for. I don't know. But they should have taken the time to do it. But here they have storylines of the players. It would have been really great if they actually took the time to put all the college teams' info in here. Right, have the S for the Stanford on the helmet and everything. That would have been nice. Okay, and then it goes to the NFL stuff. So let's also save so we don't lose that. Everything we just put our work into. Let's go to sliders. Let's help their quarterback accuracy. He threw some stupid, ugly passes. He threw some really good ones, some dumb ones, some terrible ones. And it's time to go here. We're going to have the Raiders coming up, which is going to be great. And we're going to go to scouting. Scout players. So, what do we want to scout? Well, for me, one of the first things that's a lot of fun to do is to go in, for me, is to go into run block of wide receivers and scout who can run block in our zone run scheme. If you can't run block for us, I'm not interested. C is fine. We've got so many points to spend. B run block? Are you kidding me? What? I don't remember if I've ever seen a B run blocking wide receiver. So one of the goals here is just sorting. Doing the sorting. How we have a D player. Looks like a player we're not even going to look at. Yeah, those players with D ratings, we're just not even going to bother. It costs a lot of experience points to increase this rating. And this rating is really important. So I want this rating to be high to begin with. Because we're not going to work on this skill. Whatever they come in with is whatever they're going to have. And we're not going to waste our time with D or lower ability players. And that B ability player, oh my goodness, that is like... We want to see the other skills they have. See this F player. Like, we know who to at least ignore. Yeah, D. It's a great filter that we're going to just get out of the way. But first we've got to scout everyone. We don't have to, but I like to. I like to know what all of these are. And it's only 38 points. So, we then sort it with the X button. We sort it like this. And my goodness, I am tempted to spend points and see what this rating is, but we're not going to. So now that you are good at run blocking, how good are you at running routes? I have to assume if you're a wide receiver, you've got to be able to catch the football. Like, you made it through high school, you made it through college, you're being considered an NFL prospect. You should be able to catch a football, right? But did they just scheme you open there at Alabama? And having the Alabama kid with the B run blocking is really fitting here. 6'4" A route running and B run blocking. Is he like the #1 pick? I'm exaggerating a little, but yeah, 22. This dude, without any other information, is just screaming like top 10, top 15 draft pick. 6'4", age 20, B run blocking A route runner. Like, how is this player not going to be like our first pick? How do we not like try to make a move back up into the first round? Because we are probably going to pick low because we're the Jags. We might just as a user end up having like a good season, but how is this not a target? How are these other players above him? Route running is an A. Let's go. Catch in traffic, A. Spectacular catch, B. Release, C. So he's not as good against the press. Right, like, oh, can you see if you can actually catch? Whatever, bro. Like, and also we can increase release to some degree. His physicality, his strength, his speed, all of that. Ball carrier, vision. Okay, so he's not like a screen guy or whatever. Injury report, he's got toughness. Right? Who cares how much of a hard hitter he is? We're just like trying to scout some things. What else can we learn about him? He doesn't have the most strength or whatever. A really good jumper too. This kid looks like he could be a steal. If you're not excited, I don't know. I don't know what else to get you excited about. Okay? This stuff excites me. Okay. So, as we said, we are sorting by run block ability. And the next thing is, I said, can you run routes? And so we're gonna like also we can sort here F D D D D D D D D D D. Okay, C. Route running. See, that's the next great filter. You can run block, but if you don't know how to run routes, and we're in the NFL, like, okay, you're a wide receiver, you should know how to run routes. Well, there's guys who coaches can just scheme you open, but you're not a great route runner. Like, I want someone that can run block and is at least a B in route running. Those A route runners are a big deal to me. B route running is like functional. A is the target, but you can't always get what you want. So we already know this guy, right? Yeah, we already scouted him. Okay, yeah, we sorted like that. So that's the next filter, right? So what's next? Where is route running here? I've probably skipped it. I just want to use that as my next filter. There it is. Okay. So it says route running F D D D D D B. Okay. You can have release off the ball. It's not as important. But are you a player that can play off the line of scrimmage? Or are you just going to get locked up? It's not the end-all be-all for me. I want to see catching traffic, like contested balls. But it definitely helps to know this skill. And then the other ones, this route running that are question marks, are because they can't run block and we're not going to waste our time on them. Right? So I guess the other thing that we can look at, as I said, catching traffic. How good are you? I want at least B in catching traffic. That's like a bare minimum. That D, like, get out of here. Go train somewhere else. Catching traffic, we already know. And they should be B, but at least we're eliminating the worst players, right? So the D, the C. Now we know B, 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 like all of that. We don't have any other good route runners, even our big time like target that we want, right? This 6'4" kid, he doesn't even have a high release, right? So what else? What other filters could we put in place here? The only A catching traffic this first round pick. Then we've got B's, C, and a D. Right? So it's like, oh, his route running's an A, but he can't hang on to the football. I mean, he can run block and he can run good routes, but you can't rely on him to catch the ball in traffic like contested balls. You just, and University of California, Davis, UCD, let's go, UCD, Aggies. Okay. Route running's an A, and run blocking was over here. We don't know how low or high that is. We haven't double checked it. Congratulations to the UCD kid. Like being an NFL prospect. Where's he supposed to be picked up? Top of the third. Congrats to this kid. I don't want to show a bias of just because of the school that he went to. Scheme. Spread. We're not even a spread team. That's another thing to look at here, okay? So the catch in traffic. I just wanted to look, and, well, normally I wouldn't have spent those points. So, zone run, that fits my team too. Let's go. Just because they don't fit the scheme doesn't mean that they're an automatic, like, cancel them out. But it just lets you know, like, you can get maximum points from them. Yeah, West Coast power run or zone scheme are all things that, like, are all categories that I could definitely see, like, interest in. Right? Let's sort by catching traffic again. And then how much does spectacular catch cost? 75. We can only do one of them right now. I don't want to waste too many points. This week is really good though at picking up a lot of players. Maybe the injury I think is only 30 something points, like the injury history of these players. I think we already saw Dwayne. Yeah, his toughness, all of that. The power run and the West Coast. Let's do injury report. Toughness. And West Coast guy, do we have enough points? No, we don't. But we do for toughness. And we can check on injury later. Right? So, there you go. Wide receivers. We got some guys on the board, especially right here. West Coast, power run, zone run. A few of these different players. Now the last thing to do, less so with the spread, but we can look with Derek Thompson down to Dwayne. Like, Derek Thompson is supposed to be the 19th pick. Like, I'd rather have Dwayne. From what I've seen, I'd rather have Dwayne. So for me, Thompson, you're off my board. Unless Dwayne gets taken ahead of you, like the mock drafts are wrong, I'm kind of ignoring you. Now, let's say we don't get the guy we want. Maybe we're picking later and we were a successful team. Maybe someone, like, not overdrafts, but they draft ahead of what the projection was. Those kinds of things could happen. I don't like this release. That's a D release. Not a fan of it. Not a fan of the B route running and all of that. At least the C release and Bs are fine. So I guess we're going to go here. 1, 2, 3, 4 players. Deep. What are we talking about? Another first round pick. 11 overall? Cody, I'm sorry, but you're also off my board. So the other 3. So not terrible. If we're building a draft board, which is too early for a draft board, but if we're building the draft board, I think we want Dwayne as a potential #1 pick. He's like on our big board. What are the first rounders that we have our eyes on that we don't want to miss out on? And then, depending on where we land in the draft, who might we take in the second, I guess. Because all the other wide receiver targets were just kind of So... Wait, am I wrong? No, this is another Dwayne, right? Yeah, this is Dwayne Pat. This is Dwayne Baines. And Dwayne Baines has got the D release. Right? And we've got the catch and traffic, the route running. Yeah, we've got the spread offense. Yeah, we don't want the D ability there. The D release. 6'4" still. A 4th round pick, So at the end of this, there's like some second rounders that we could potentially go for, or we could skip the position completely. But that's in the back of our mind. We're going to save. We've done our scouting. That's the other thing you can do to cheat this game. If you really wanted to cheat, is just do all the scouting and then reload after you've already written down your notes or taken your screenshots, and then you know everything about all the players, right? You could just scout everyone to completion, don't save, and then reload and just save scum. Like, you could do that. We're not doing that here. We're doing it the authentic way. We're using our points and we're saving it. Okay? So that's what we did. We played a game. We got a victory against Kansas City. A 1-touchdown victory in the rain at home, the home opener, whatever. We've scouted wide receivers, even though we have Justin Blackmon and Cecil Shorts. We're always looking to add wide receivers, add weapons for this offense. We need a quarterback, but we're not ignoring. If you've got a great talent on the board, you just go BPA, best player available. And eventually you'll fill out your team. I've had a great time. It's after midnight for me. Thank you so much to everyone who's been here watching. I see here Sean. Sean says, what's your favorite movie you've never seen? Well, I wouldn't know because I haven't seen them, Sean. I'm not ignoring you. I don't know whenever you posted that. I was so busy looking at everything else that I didn't see it in the chat. I hope you're still here, Sean. If I wanted to give you a real answer to that, Sean, I legitimately respect your question. A favorite movie that I've never, like, if it's something like I really want to see, I don't know. I'm not a cinemaphile. Honestly, I'm not. I don't even like going to the cinema so much. You know what? If I'm going to also answer that, I've never watched the Avengers past Age of Ultron. I never watched, like, the whole Endgame or whatever, Aftermath, whatever those movies are. Like, well, what? It's like, no, I'm really not. I'm not a cinephile. I don't plan on going to the movies. I lost interest in a lot of, like, the Marvel stuff. Not that it's bad. I'm not going to talk trash. I heard people don't like these current phases or whatever. There's a whole bunch of reasons that I don't want to get into, also personal, like the kind of people I used to watch them with, and I'm not with those people anymore, and maybe there's like a subconscious reason, whatever, and we're not here to get into psychological issues, but yeah. I just don't really have a lot of interest in watching the Marvel films. I just kind of lost interest. But everyone talks about how great they are, and there's all kinds of cultural references, so Marvel could be a thing. I enjoyed watching the first Venom movie with my wife and her dad. Never went around to watch the other two, and this third one looks really great, so I'd want to watch that one. Yeah, no, I've completely missed all the Marvel stuff. So that could be a valid answer there. And then I just have like a whole list of science fiction stuff that I want to see that I've never gotten around to. I'm busy playing football. All right. Hope that was fun. A little great side question. A great ending. Hope you had fun. Hope you look forward to week number 2. I know that I am. I'd like to do it tomorrow night. No promises. And catch you on the flip side, everyone.